All right, we're going to learn about Mercury today. But first, let's get our sun out in the center of our solar system. And the first planet that we're going to talk about is Mercury. We learned a little bit about Mercury in our solar system song, The Family of the Sun. Do you remember how it goes? The family of the sun, the family of the sun. There are 9 planets in the family of the sun. Mercury is hot and Mercury is small. Mercury has no atmosphere, it's just a rocky ball. And then we repeat our chorus. Well, those things are true about Mercury. It is a rocky planet. It is not a gas planet. It is like Earth in that if we could fly to Mercury and we could land on it, we could actually stand up on it because it is made of rocks. Let's take a look at our fact card about Mercury. It is one of the inner planets, and it's the planet that's closest to the sun, even though it's not this close. It's more like at least that, maybe much, much farther, because in reality, the distance, let's take a look right down here. The distance that Mercury is from the sun, it says 58 million, and km stands for kilometers. That's in the metric system, but we go by the customary system in the United States, 36 million miles from the sun. So even though it's the first planet in order from the sun, it's still 36 million miles from the sun. Oh my goodness, that's so far. We can't even imagine 36 million miles. I know I can't. So let's take a look at some other information. The diameter, that means the distance directly across the planet, is 4,879 kilometers or 3,032 miles. Now, the diameter across Earth, if we were to cut Earth apart and go directly across Earth in its center, is about 8,000 miles. I think it's like 7,900 something. So Mercury is much, much smaller. In fact, Mercury, the distance across Mercury is about the same distance. See if I got that. The distance across Mercury, the diameter, is about the same distance as the United States. Remember, the United States is in our continent of, what continent is this? We've been talking about it a lot. Greenland, Canada, the United States of America. Yes, it's North America. So if we got in a car and we drove all the way across the United States, it would be about the same diameter as Mercury. Isn't that amazing? 2,800 miles across the United States, and the diameter, the distance across Mercury, cutting it open through the middle, is about 3,032 miles. So let's learn a little bit about this. The planet Mercury has valleys and cliffs. Some cliffs are almost a mile high. Wow. I'm trying to think of what's a mile high in North America. I'll have to look that up and get back to you. Probably Mount McKinley. It may be more than a mile high. And Everest is our highest mountain. I should know how high that is, but it's not coming to my mind right now. Anyway, Mercury, it has gigantic cliffs. They're huge, super tall. It says its atmosphere is so thin that meteors easily crash into the planet, leaving many craters. So, as our song said, if you could take a look at this picture, and I recommend that you look online to some pictures of Mercury, you'll see it does have many craters in it. Because it has no atmosphere like the Earth does. We have the atmosphere of clouds, and that's where our weather happens in our atmosphere to protect us from outer space, actually. It's called a far out fact. Mercury's daytime and nighttime temperatures can vary as much as 1,000 degrees. So that tells us right there that Mercury has to spin or turn on its axis like the Earth does so it can have day and night. So you can see in our little picture or our little cutout of Mercury, it's showing the side where the light is where the sun is shining on Mercury, but the dark side is where it would be night. Now get this. So during the daytime, it could be 1,000 degrees hotter than it is over here in the nighttime. Maybe it's 1,000 degrees in the daytime on Mercury and it's 0 degrees at night. So that's very, very cold. I don't know. I'll have to look that information up. I had like 32 books I checked out from the library on the planets, and I had to take them all back when we ended up in this quarantine. But something interesting, as I just said, Mercury does rotate on its axis, so it does have day and night. And one day on Mercury is the same as 59 Earth days. So that means Earth spins around 59 times, making day and night and day and night and day and night. 59 times for one time that Mercury actually spins on its axis. Now, I don't have a sphere here, so it's hard to tell, but for this part to get day on it and this part to become night and vice versa. It has no moons and no rings. Something else I want to tell you about Mercury is it can be found in the fact cards that are in the packet that I sent you. Mercury, as I think I said, is the smallest planet in our solar system, and it's only slightly larger than our moon. We've talked about it has a rocky and heavily cratered surface and is the planet with the fastest solar revolution in our solar system. Let's take a look at that and see what that means. So solar revolution, that means its year length is 88 days. So it only takes 88 days for Mercury to make one revolution around the sun. Wow. That's quick. How many days does it take Earth to go around the sun one time? Oh, we've talked about it. Do you remember how long it takes Earth to make one revolution or one trip all the way around the sun? 365 and a fourth days. That's right. And that's why we end up with leap year. We talked about that on leap year day. We were all still in school. So it only takes 88 days for Mercury to make one trip around the sun. And it takes 59 days for Mercury to have a day and a night. That is just crazy. That takes a long time. Something else that I wanted to share with you. Mercury was named after the Roman messenger of the gods who was known for his speed. So the Roman god Mercury, or he was actually the messenger of the gods. He was really fast, and he's often depicted as having wings on his feet. So let's get out our Mercury copywork page, and let's read it together. It says, Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system and only slightly larger than our moon. So, oops, don't know if I caught that on the video. So now you can take this and you can trace it. If you desire, you could not only trace it, but you could recopy it down in this part. You could add a fact on there about Mercury's year is 88 days, Earth days, or Mercury's day is 59 Earth days. Something like that. Or you could research and find some information about Mercury online and add it to your copywork page about Mercury. Then, if you like, you could access the link that I'm going to send, and you could print out Mercury and color it and include that in your solar system notebook. Okay, that's enough for Mercury for now. I have worked on these videos all day and I've made so many bloopers. You're going to have to ask me to send you the bloopers. They're pretty funny. All right, have a good evening and I'll talk to you another day.